let me tell you, cold email isn't complicated at all, okay? Because I know you probably watched YouTube videos, try setting up your own cold email system, whether you are an experienced agency owner, whether you are just starting out. Cold email may be confusing, right? Maybe a few years ago, it was a bit more, I guess, simple, but these days it may seem like it's kind of, it's hard to do so, or just it was complicated because people kind of worry about deliverability, about, actually getting replies and that kind of stuff. So in this video, I want to actually give you all of the software that I use to make it as simple as possible, yet not being expensive, okay? So yeah, I just want to help you kind of go into 2026 and help you create an infrastructure that is actually scalable, isn't expensive, and it's really simple, okay? So just kind of start things off, what I use to get email accounts, because I'm gonna go step by step from getting email accounts to actually getting bookings, okay? So for getting email accounts, what I use is mailstated.com. Okay. So basically, mailstated.com is an Outlook email provider. Okay, which is really really cheap. So for example, for $49, you could be getting 100 email inboxes. Okay, and with that, you should be sending around a couple hundred emails a day, right, without a problem. So with this whole system in place, you can easily scale. So for example, just kind of for comparison, per domain, per email account, you're spending around 0.49 cents, right? And for like premium inboxes, so like Google Workspace or Microsoft 365, you're spending a lot more. Okay. And these email accounts aren't, like uh school like education accounts and anything like that. These are actually good accounts, and I use them myself. Been using it for quite a while now, and I'm I really actually like it because I use it for me and my clients, and I have amazing deliverability. I get bookings and I make money, right? Other thing to actually send cold emails, you need to find leads, right? So for finding leads, I either use Google Maps if it's like a local business, or for like an online business or anything like that, I use like LinkedIn. I could also be using Apollo in this, but I just put it in a different place just so everything makes a bit more sense. Okay, so for Google Maps, just kind of go into Google Maps and go into your wanted location, and you can search for businesses and then scrape them with any scraper you can find, scrapers online. You can use outscraper.com. Okay, just basically scrape Google Maps. I even have a video how to scrape Google Maps for free, like using N8N. So we can go ahead and watch it and you'll be good to go. Okay. Now for LinkedIn, okay. LinkedIn is a bit of a, let's say, more businesses are, there are more professionals in this, I guess, platform, because I guess local, contractors are not going to be on LinkedIn most likely. So for example, like marketing agencies, accountants, law firm owners, what else, finance guys, whatever, you can find them on LinkedIn really easily. Okay, so there are a few things that you can do. You can kind of get a VA and scrape, like, for example, comments and that kind of stuff. Or I guess the easier way, which let me show you, is I don't have it on my own account, but there is a sales navigator. Okay, so you basically can get LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Usually it costs, like, I think, like $120 US dollars, like, if you are in the United States. I've got a vendor that I'm able to get LinkedIn Sales Navigator for like $20 a month, $25 a month. So if you want, you can ask me about it in the Discord group. Okay, that'll be the first link in the description. You can join my free Discord community. I'm gonna, help you with anything you need for free without, asking you nothing in return. Okay, so for LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I don't know how much you've been into it. You can kind of, again, just kind of, get your, for example, company headcount, 1 to 10. Your current job title, get like owner. You can get co-owner, founder, co-founder, and like CEO. I'm not gonna do it for time's sake. Geography, I'm gonna get United States, right? Usually, what I do is also post it on LinkedIn if you want to target those leads as well as LinkedIn. But if you don't want to do it, you can kind of leave it as is. Then search for keywords, for example, I don't know, uh, law firm owner, right? Law firm owner. You have 8 key results. We have softwares and that kind of stuff. You can search online, right? Like Ava Boot, I think I've spelled it correctly. You can get for example, this link, copy it, and you can get those leads. Or again, I have vendors that scrape those leads from LinkedIn, and it's much cheaper than probably most of the softwares out there. Okay, so feel free to join the Discord and we can talk about it. Okay, yeah, so this was for finding the potential leads. Now what happens when you have potential leads, you have like their domains, you have, you know, that kind of stuff, you can actually find their emails. Okay, so for finding emails, I either use Apollo, ZoomInfo, Crunchbase, or Apify, usually and Apify. Okay, so what it means, for example, with, let's say, Apollo, you get a, you know, this whole table of a lot of stuff. For example, if you did find them on Google Maps or like LinkedIn, what I want to find is websites of those companies. And once I have those websites of those companies, I go into, what is it that I go into company, I go to include, and then paste all of those websites in. This way, I'm only getting those websites, and I'm getting much better results than, you know, the usual search on Apollo. Okay, if you don't have the website names, what you can do is, again, if you want to find leads as well, is go to job titles, you know, select all of the job titles, or just like the management level alone. Okay, then what you want to do is go into locations. For example, you want to just target only the United States. So deselect everything here. Employee count, let's say from 1 to 10, right? Industry keywords, marketing and advertising, and have around 25,000, you know, potential leads. And probably not all of them going to be good, right? Because Apollo, almost everyone tries to scrape leads from Apollo. So I suggest finding other like directories and that kind of stuff and then scraping them that way. Okay. And for Apollo, you can search online for Apollo lead scrapers, right? Again, I have vendors for this, so I get people to scrape me Apollo lists for a lot cheaper. And yeah, same for Crunchbase, right? The exact same process. You ask, you know, uh, what sort of agents you want to find, not even agencies, what sort of leads, and then go over the whole shebang and do that. Okay. Now you're gonna start the free trial. Okay, if you want to pay for Crunchbase, and then we have a software that you can export all the Crunchbase leads for free. Okay. Other thing is ZoomInfo. Same again, same exact process as Crunchbase or Apollo. You can, for example, get electricians, right? You get them. With electricians, there's probably not going to be a lot of them, but for example, more professional businesses, more online businesses, more businesses, you know, that I guess are online and easier to scrape the details from. Crunchbase is absolutely amazing. Again, I've got vendors that I can get those leads scraped from them, so it's a bit easier for me. Okay, the same thing, but I guess not the same thing, but for Apify, you can use like search for website scrapers, email scrapers, and that kind of stuff, and find the best one, okay? So in this video, I actually show you which one that you can use. If you want to check it out, feel free to do so, okay? So this was for the finding emails, all right? Use Apollo, ZoomInfo, Crunchbase, Apify to actually find the emails of those leads. Now, what you want to do is you want to actually validate emails. Why? Because if you're getting a lot of bounce rates, your campaign is gonna, I guess, diminish, and then your email account is gonna get flagged as spam, and you're not gonna go land in the deliverability. Then again, the whole cycle gets confusing. You have to either reform the email accounts, you have to rechange them, maybe change domains, and I guess a lot more money and a lot more time consumed. Just something that you could have avoided, right? Because prevention is better than cure. Okay. So for validating emails, I use Omni Verifier. Again, I've got a video on it, how to verify 25,000 plus emails for free for cold email. So what you want to do is open up Omnifier and you can get free credits, enter your credit card afterwards. Once you get the credits, cancel the credit card, and then you'll have 25,000 free credits that you can use to verify emails, okay? Because again, verifying emails is really important, and I use Omnifier because it's cheap, right? You can get some emails for validating emails for free, and I just had great results with it. All right. So if you want to use something to validate emails, I'd highly suggest Omni Verifier. Okay. Now, other thing is the email personalization, right? I've had my main success for cold email is actually personalizing all of the emails that I send out because we are in a trust recession, okay? And AI is speaking to AI, and humans don't know who is who. So I make my emails sound like a human wrote them, even though I didn't even see them. Okay. So for that, I use N8N, right? This is the basic of N8N, the cloud version. I don't use this version of N8N. I use a self-hosted version on N8N. It's a bit cheaper than it is, but depending on your, I guess, usage of it, the $20 a month should be enough for you, I'm guessing, right? Because since I have a lot of clients, I need to use a bit more credits, so that's why I just self-host on my own, okay? If you want to learn how to self-host, just kind of search on YouTube how to self-host anything. For example, on a railway.com, like the train railway.com, and you'll be able to see like few minute results on how to do it, right? I've got some video as well. I think in this video alone, I show you how to set up N10 or self-host, so feel free to check it out, okay? Now, for the whole, I guess, cool part is actually sending those emails, right? Finally comes the part where you can actually send the emails. So what I use is plusvibe.ai, okay? So this is like Instantly, Smart Lead, or, Bison, or whatever you use. It's the exact same. It's cheaper. I found it to be better, and I have it more customized, right? So what it means, I mean, I've got like subsequences, I get AI and all of the cool stuff. I barely use all of the stuff that they have. I just kind of send out the emails, I schedule them, I warm them up, and that's kind of it, right? For the pricing, I suggest going for the 7 plan like right away. You don't really need the enrichment ones. I guess if you want to use them, you can, but I think I've never used them, right? Because I don't need it. I use Anytime for it. It's a lot cheaper. So yeah, just kind of use it for sending emails. It's really, 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 really easy to set up. I feel like you should be good to go. Okay. Now for the whole scheduling stuff, right? You're actually getting the replies and everything else. You need to get bookings from. So for the scheduling, I use Go High Level, right? Go High Level for these. I use it for the CRM as well as for like nurturing and stuff. But if you don't have Go High Level right now, I wouldn't suggest you getting it since it costs, I think, $97 for like 3 sub accounts, which is not worth it. So I have all of my calendars right here. Or what you can use for a cheaper option if you don't have a Go High Level already is a Calendly. Okay, I think you probably heard it. Calendly is pretty straightforward. It's easy, $10 a month. Get a calendar. I think you can use it even for free if you want to, and get scheduling, get nurturing messages, get nurturing emails, and you'll be good to go to book appointments. Okay, so this whole system, right? I think I made a video how much it costs. It should be costing around, I don't know, depends obviously on how much emails you send. Okay, so if you're sending around, let's say, 1,000 emails a month, a day, sorry, 1,000 emails a day, it should be costing you like $100, a couple $100 maybe, right? And by sending 1,000 emails a day, uh, it's around 20,000 emails on working days per month. So you should be getting at least a few bookings, right, from all of them. So that's it. I guess this is a really, really simple system, right? I don't make cold email confusing. I know some people do, but it's actually really simple once you get the gist of it. So yeah, it's really cheap. Honestly, it's really, really cheap compared to other advertising platforms. For example, if you want to run Facebook ads to get clients, it can be quite expensive if you don't get it right, the first time. But with cold email, you can. It doesn't hurt that much if you fail with it, right? Obviously, it costs some money if you're just starting out. It might be the best decision. Probably be yeah, you just do your manual stuff on LinkedIn and stuff. But if you have a little bit of capital that you can use to get more clients, I'd highly suggest using cold emails because it has so much leverage. Okay. So yeah, that's the whole video. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully I made it clear and maybe I made your whole process of sending cold emails a bit more simple. So you wouldn't have to, stress about what's happening on my screen and have a bunch of softwares open. Okay. And yeah, the first link in the description is gonna be a free Discord community. Feel free to join it and ask me any questions you want, right? I can answer with anything, and I'm not asking you anything in return because I just want to help you out. Okay, so I appreciate you and have an amazing day.